This is the Process Shot. I'm Michael, I'm stuck in a movie theater, and I've seen On Falling, a short documentary piece from Josephine Anderson released in 2020. It walks us through the experiences of three professional bikers, specifically in regards to the injuries they've sustained throughout their careers. As they reflect on their past scars, they also discuss what drives them to keep pushing forward despite the challenges and risks. The film doesn't have a hard narrative, being more of a collection of interviews. There's some decent cinematography employed, showing the subjects in training or enjoying themselves, but nothing too interesting or memorable. The movie does have a good amount of archival footage, primarily GoPro footage of the bikers during runs or crashes. Otherwise, there's less of a focus on making any visual statements and more on bringing out the film's themes through what they say. As for those themes, they are pretty much the driving factor of the interviews and of On Falling as a whole. The bikers each discuss the injuries that come to them through their sports careers, some less extreme than others, but all of which have had a great physical and mental impact on them. And despite the dangers and risks, they push forward. The film's title itself is in reference to these greater concepts. The bikers are discussing falling, whether it be a literal fall during a race or the potential fall from career heights that they've already achieved, and the willpower necessary to keep pushing forward. On Falling is a nice film, but it feels a bit lacking, mostly because it asks you to listen instead of watch. If it had a more straightforward narrative link somehow, then I think that could have mitigated this, but instead the short feels more as though it could have been a podcast or an audio documentary. At the very least, there ought to have been something tighter to pull the bikers' stories and the larger themes together. On Falling. Josephine Anderson, 2020, 2.5 stars. I'd say it's still worth giving a watch though, or a listen. That's it for the review. Leave a like or a comment if you want, and subscribe if you want to see more reviews like this. They'll probably be longer than this one. It's up to you to figure out if that's a good thing or not.